The 19's Danica Lewis looks at how this international threat plays into our safety at home and how Wisconsin is prepared for another attack.
Well, Michelle and Eric, we're talking about a group that was called too extreme for al-Qaeda. While experts say an attack from ISIS here seems unlikely, you can rest assured disaster training here in Wisconsin is as heightened as ever.
Most of us were going about our normal day-to-day lives 13 years ago, but everything changed on September 11th, including what we do if it happens again.
From that moment through the foreseeable future, we're all going to need to be on guard and be vigilant in our own communities.
Last year alone, Wisconsin Emergency Management put on more than 100 training courses for crisis response, and more than 30 disaster and terrorism exercises took place across the state.
I think we're safer than we were, but we aren't completely safe.
The developments that have happened since then make us, I would say, much worse off than we were at that point.
Andrew Kidd teaches a terrorism course at UW and says while ISIS has very publicly beheaded 2 American journalists, the group seems hyper-focused on its own region, at least for now.
Right now in the homeland, we don't see a lot of direct threat from them. The question is down the line. If they were allowed to consolidate their hold, become a state, would they then become a major sponsor of international terrorism? It's possible that they would, and I think that's the major concern.
Officials in Wisconsin are just as concerned with an event like the Boston Marathon bombings, an attack conjured up by individuals on American soil, not a group overseas. Training is meant to respond to any situation, terrorism included. But as we continue our normal day-to-day lives, there's still the call to take part in our own homeland security and report anything suspicious.
And I think Wisconsin is a much safer place, but it's really still up to each of us individuals to help make it safer.
We learned tonight first responders are also working across state lines. Training and emergency planning in Wisconsin is now coordinated with our neighboring states to make sure communication is crystal clear when and if crisis strikes.
All right, Danica, thank you for that report.